Hi guys! So we are just going to jump right into this today. I just wanted to show you guys these shadow shields that I'm using on my eyes today. Basically what these do is they will catch any fallout from your eyeshadow that you're using, and they'll also help shape your eye in the way that you want it to be shaped. So I kind of want to go for a little bit of a cat eye today, and this will really help with that. So you see I'm kind of struggling as to where to put it, but usually I just line it up with my eyebrow and it really helps to give that cat eye effect. Also, I really only use these, when I don't have anything on my face already. So I'll do my eye makeup first when I'm doing kind of a crazy look like this. But now I'm just gonna go right into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. You guys have heard me rave about this before. I just love it. I'm gonna use this golden ochre shade as my transition shade. And I'm just gonna go into the crease and a little bit above the crease. What this will do is really help blend everything together seamlessly. And just so you know, I did actually prime my eyes before this because I did it when I did my other eye. I just used my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on there, but you can use any primer that you want if you prefer primer. Some people don't like primer, but I do feel like it helps me personally when I'm doing my eye makeup. And now I'm going to go in and darken up my crease a bit with these two warmer shades in the palette called Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I love them both, so I can never pick which one I want. But I'm just going to go in, and I'm not really doing a cut crease or anything, but I'm just going to darken up the crease a little bit to give it some dimension. And this will, again, really help with the way that the final product looks. But I'm just going to keep doing this and blend. And with these shades, you want to keep these kind of at the crease or below. You don't really want to go above the crease because it won't look great then. That's what that transition shade is for. But now we're going to go in with these three shades here. They're so awesome. Red Ochre, Venetian Red, and Love Letter. And I kind of just mix them all together. You can just use one if you want to. You can use two. I just like to mix them all. And I put it out onto the outer V of my eye. And that's where you can kind of start to see the shape starting to happen. And that's why these shadow shields are awesome, because you don't have to be super precise, because anything extra just goes right onto those. So this will go on the outer V and then towards the middle. The inner corner we're going to leave blank for right now because we'll use a much lighter shade there, so it'll really create a nice pinkish red smoky eye when we're done. And then on the outer corner, we're just gonna darken that up even more and use that darker brown shade called Cypress Umber and just put that on the very outer corner. This doesn't need to get taken into the middle too much because you don't want it to be too dark there. And then I'm just adding some more red and pink there in the middle and just blending it until I get it to how I want it. It is gonna kind of look like you have a black eye for a little while, I'm not gonna lie. I always look at myself when I'm doing colors like this and I'm like, really? But it always ends up working out in the end. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this silvery shimmer shade, and I wanted to explain this to you guys because if you're just using this palette, then this step is totally fine, and you can add a couple of layers of this to get that lighter tone that we're going for on the inner corner. But I'm actually gonna add another step after this that you guys will see, but I really love this Vermeer color. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So for me, what I'm gonna do is actually add a loose glitter. So I'm gonna use this NYX glitter primer, and I'm gonna put this over that Vermeer that I just put down. And I decided to do this afterwards. That's why I put the Vermeer down first. So you can do that, or you can do the loose glitter like I am. And whenever you're using loose glitter, you need to use some type of glitter glue. I really like this NYX one. It's very affordable, and it's really a dupe for the higher end ones. So I just put it wherever I wanna put the loose glitter, and then I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Geek loose glitter in the shade Light Year. And it's like a white tone glitter, and it has little flecks of pink in it, and I really like it. And it really, I mean, it's very pigmented, so you'll see where there's like a harsh line here in the middle, and basically all you'll need to do with that is just keep blending it with the other pink tones from the Anastasia palette, and you just keep blending it till you get it, blended seamlessly and it looks better. You can see here that I was like, ooh, I put too much pink, but honestly, it all worked out. I just kept packing it on as I wanted it in each area, and it all worked out in the end. And then after that part's done, you can take off your shadow shield and you can see the line that it creates. And I'm just gonna blend that a little bit, but I do like that line. So when I go to put on my eyeliner, it actually really helps to see where I wanna put my eyeliner, especially if you're doing a winged liner. So I'm just gonna blend this out and make it a little bit less harsh, and we'll move on to the next part. I'm going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper. It's just the black shade. And I'm going to do a winged liner on the top. And basically, as you see, I'm just following that line that the shadow shield created. It just makes everything so easy, you guys, especially if you don't feel like you really know how to do a wing. This really, really helps with that. So I just like to start very small and thin and then make it a little bit thicker as I go. And then it looks really nice when you add the falsies on in a few minutes. And then the next thing I like to do is just add a little bit of mascara onto my regular lashes. You can use any kind of mascara. You guys know which one's my favorite one, this L'Oreal Telescopic. And then I'm using the Eyelure number 126 lashes. These are probably my all-time favorite lashes. I just love these. I wear them all of the time when I wear false lashes. And this is what they look like. You can see they're just a little bit spiky, but not too much. And they just go out into a cat eye look. I just love them. I'm using this Tartist Pro Dark Lash Glue, and I'm just putting that directly onto the lash line. And like you guys know, you gotta let that glue get a little bit tacky before you try to stick it onto your eyelash, because it will move way too much if you don't let it get tacky. So I just sit here and blow on it for about a minute, and then I put it right onto that lash line. I feel like with applying lashes, it's just practice makes perfect. You learn what works for you and what doesn't. And you can see, like, I just get it on there and then I kind of just work it around as to where I want it. And then I move on to my face makeup. I'm using my Nivea for Men primer. This is their post shave balm. I use it as my primer. I just put it all over my face, rub that all in, and then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I love this stuff, you guys. It is so good. And I'm using my beauty sponge from Amazon. I will link all of this below, by the way. But I love that sponge. It's awesome. Then I just kind of put this on and I just start blending it. You guys know, blend, 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 and make it look flawless. And then I'm going to go in and brighten my under eye area with this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm just going to go on this inner part of the eye here, though, because this specific shade is a little bit too light for me. And then I'm also just going to add some of the Urban Decay concealer that is a little bit darker, that helps with the brightening, but it's not too light, you know. I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. The next step I do is a little bit of a contour and bronzing. This is the NYX Wonder Stick, and it's a cream contour, and I really like this. You can see that I just kind of put it, you know, where my cheekbones are, and I kind of blend upwards, and then I'm going to put it around my forehead. I'm also putting it down my nose just to give my nose a little bit of a contour. I don't really do this on a daily basis, but I thought it would be fun to show in the video just to see what it would look like. And then I'm also just going to blend this out with my beauty blender. I just use the same beauty blender over and over. It is a damp beauty blender, so I don't know. I just really like the finish that it gives with all of these products. And then over this cream product, I'm going to use a little bit of my powder bronzer that will really, really help to set that. And it just makes it look really nice all day long. Oh, and I also wanted to mention to you guys that almost all of the brushes I'm using in this are Morphe brushes, and then like I said, the beauty sponge is from Amazon, and then I also use one Real Techniques brush. But now I'm just going to go in and just moisturize my lips a little bit because I will be wearing a liquid lipstick, so I'm just using my Treat Beauty Balm that I also got from Amazon. There's a theme here, guys. And then I'm going to go in with my E.L.F. blush palette and use this really beautiful pink shade here to just make my cheeks look a little bit more rosy. As you know, I like to use quite a bit of blush because I do have rosy cheeks just naturally. So I put quite a bit on, but then I blend it out with my Duo Fiber brush. That really helps it, you know, with the color that I want, and it also helps with just having it have a nice finish at the end of all of this. I'm now going to go in with the BH Cosmetics and Carly Bible palette. I'm just going to use this highlighting shade right here to highlight my face a little bit. Feel free to use any highlighter you want. I really like the Becca highlighters as well, but I was trying to do things that were a little bit more affordable on my face. So I'm using this, and I really like the finish that it gives. I put it on my, you know, upper cheeks, and then I put it on my nose and my Cupid's bow, and it just gives me a really nice highlight the whole day. For my eyebrows, you guys know I struggle in this area, but this is the E.L.F. brow pencil. This was only $3 and I love it. It has a spoolie on the end. It's just a really nice shade for me, but I'm just gonna fill in my brows with this. Nothing special. I don't like shape them, you know, into like this perfect little thing on my face. I just try to fill it in a little bit, and I like the more natural look, but also clean look. For a brow highlight, I'm just using the lightest shade in the Anastasia palette. I love this. I pretty much use this for an everyday use. Even if I'm not using this palette on my eyelids, I use this as a brow highlight. I just really like the way that it looks. It's just a great, great shadow. It's actually one that I've used the most in that palette. I think I've hit pan on that little section. So I really like it, and you can just use any brush to put a little brow highlight under there, and it really helps to blend everything else together that's on the lid already. I'm now gonna go under the lash line and go back into my pinks and reds and just kind of smoke out this bottom lash line. I'm just using a precision brush, and you'll see the difference that this makes on this look. I'm just gonna do this for both eyes, and I'm gonna also dip back into that brown shade as well to kind of darken it up a bit, but I'm just gonna work on this. It really doesn't take long, and it makes a huge difference in the overall look. And I'm gonna go in with the Modster. This is the Ardency and Modster eyeliner, and I'm just gonna go onto this bottom waterline and really, really smoke this out. You could even put a nude shade in here if you wanted to open up your eyes a little bit more, or a white or something like that. I just like to go in with the black and really make it pop and look really sultry and sexy. And I just go back in with a mascara and put this on the bottom lashes. You can even add a little bit over the top of your falsies if you want. I usually don't, because I always put that layer on beforehand, but I just go in under here, and this will make the eyes pop. Okay, I'm just gonna show you 3 different lip choices. This first one is Rebel Rose. I'm not gonna put it on. You can go back and watch my lip swatch video if you want. This one is Nice to Fuchsia, that I think looks really nice with this overall look. I love the shade. It's probably my favorite shade of all of them. And then this one is Goth Topic, and this is kind of like a purpley maroony shade, and I think it looks awesome with this. And then I'm just taking that Nice to Fuchsia and putting it in the middle of this and kind of doing like a 2-tone lip. I thought this would look really good too. But that's gonna be it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. As you know, I'm really not an expert or anything. I just really like to play with makeup. So I do hope you like this look. If you did, give me a little thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you.